Alright, hello everybody, it's Extreme Reload here, and today I've got my 4th gun review. Now, the 4th gun in the series that I'm doing will be the Famas, and I actually have gold camo on it today. This is the 3rd gold camo gun that I've gotten so far, but we will get into the real-life specs of the gun to start us off, and then I will talk a bit about the gun in the game. So, starting us off with the real-life specs is obviously this class of gun is an assault rifle, because you guys probably know this from the Call of Duty series. Now, the gun was designed in 1967 to 1971. That's sort of when all the blueprints, paperwork, all that whatever was created. It was in service from 1978 to present, so that's how long it's been used for. And can't remember if I've already said if the place of origin was France, so the Frenchies created this gun. Every Canadian hates French people because we don't like speaking French. No offense to French people, but that's just the way we are. Now, next thing, this gun is 3.6 kilograms or about 8 pounds, something along those lines. The cartridge size is 4.5 millimeters, or 45 millimeters, sorry. 4.5 would be pretty small. Looked away from the screen for a second, but the effective range of this gun is 300 to 450 meters, and the maximum range is like 3,200 meters, so like 10,000 some feet or something like that. But the muzzle velocity of this gun is 450 meters per second, which again is like 3,000 feet per second, something along those lines for those of you who use the Imperial system. And the rate of fire is 900 to 1,100 rounds per second, so, or not per second, per minute. I'm all over the place here today, but anyhow, now I've been doing my research on Wikipedia. Well, some people may say Wikipedia is not a reliable source, but I figured the only people who'd really mess around with that are people who know their guns. So props to them for providing me my information. But anyhow, when I was reading up, there was a couple different couple different styles of gun. It was like the Famas G1 or something, and something like that. One of them was like a more long-ranged Famas, and one of them was a little more close-range Famas. That's why I said 300 to 450 meters is the effective range, because 300 was the closer range Famas and the 450 was the longer range Famas. Now, I figured you guys wouldn't really care about that too much, but the number of rounds in a clip is obviously 30 rounds, which is standard for most assault rifles, it seems, to our time and place right now. But anyways, moving on. I didn't do the recoil for the gun here in the game, but I messed up a bit there, dropped my controller. But anyways, because speaking of recoil, the recoil for the gun in the game is probably some of the least recoil in my opinion. It basically up and to the right, I find, and then the hipfire spray is pretty well all over the place. There's not really too much of a, it's not really consolidated, so we'll keep moving on now. Preferred attachments for the gun are dual mags, extended mags, and red dot sight. I use dual mags for it pretty much all the time. Once again, there I dropped my controller, but use dual mags pretty much all the time because I just need the more ammo, because this thing eats through ammunition like you wouldn't believe. The fire rate is so high that it pretty much ends its clip within 5-6 seconds in the game, so I find I need a lot of ammunition, and I don't care to use scavenger that much. But anyhow, extended mags is another good one if you're using scavenger, just so then, because it eats so much ammo, then you can just keep holding down that trigger. Now here I was out in my Famas, so I had to pick up a commando and epic Helen Keller spray there. But anyways, moving on. The red dot is more for a game battles or search and destroy kind of perspective. Now some people may say, oh, silencer's better, but in my opinion, not really. Silencer just is annoying to use. I find it increases recoil and things like that. So this gun is more of a rushing type gun, I'd say. The reason behind this is fast fire rate, quick reload, and can get up in their face pretty easily. So I recommend you kind of rush with this gun, and even if you do sort of camp back with the gun, it will pretty much do the same thing for you. There's not really much of a difference. This gun can pretty much be used for everything. Now, there's only a couple maps, I'd say, that I wouldn't recommend this for. Nuketown being one of them. Like, I've used it on Nuketown, but it's not quite as effective as like a 74U, or even a G11 is better, or light machine gun, because you can just aim down one of the little hallway places and just hold down the trigger, or burst fire down the hallway. So go through. It's a little late in the game, but I'm using hardline sleight of hand marathon, pretty standard for me nowadays. But got Claymore with Moss dual mags, and then Blackbird chopper gunner and attack dogs. Now, I shouldn't have used attack or chopper gunner on radiation. The spawns are a little odd, and the underground aspect of it is not too good for the chopper gunner. Now, game's coming to a close here. We're about 10 points out from winning, and we've got them triple capped. So if you guys like this game, please comment, rate, and subscribe. For future videos like this, tips with Tickle, map reviews, stuff like that, subscribe to my channel, and I will do those quite frequently. I'll put a little more time into it now. In the game, I went 67-6, not the best game, but good enough for just a gun review. So this has been Extreme Reload, and I am signing out.